Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Let's see what we get today. We've got the Sailor. Alright, Sailor is a very interesting character, of course, and which weapon we roll here is going to really significantly alter how the character plays out. We get tons of extra curse, so obviously you scale very well with the Anchor, because Anchor scales with curse damage. Trident also does, Blunderbuss doesn't, but is going to reset. So which of these weapons we get is going to change how this character plays pretty significantly. Let's roll and see what we get. We've got the Trident. Okay, so Trident is a medieval weapon, which gives us some defensive stats in addition to our offensive stats. We also are more likely to one-shot enemies if we have enough damage. But, of course, a lot of cursed enemies are going to show up. They have more health. Even if we do extra damage to them, then we can still sometimes run into trouble trying to kill them. And the Sailor has a lot of other debuffs. I will say this character is a lot easier than it was in the beta. It's received a bunch of buffs and changes since then. Definitely want to kill the cursed enemies if we can. They're worth extra money. Here, I'm going to... So, Sailor has no harvesting, or you can't use harvesting effectively, and you can't really use dodge either. We could go for percent damage, or we could roll for luck, or I could just take this regeneration. I'm just going to take the regeneration. Oh, of course we get a cursed weapon immediately that we can't use. I'm going to lock the Lumberjack shirt, and then roll, and lock a Trident, and I guess I'm actually going to buy the Lumberjack shirt. I didn't realize that Trident would cost 58, and we wouldn't be able to buy a second one, but being able to buy the Lumberjack shirt here will help us see 2 more items. I think for 2 materials, I am going to roll for 2 more items. Now, here's the question. How much money do I expect myself to make next round? Because if we can make, I guess that would be 41 materials, because we'd spend 17 down to 17, then we need to make 58, so that would require us to make 41 materials, then we could buy the bag. If we can't, it's going to be too important that I get a second weapon to buy the bag. I don't think it's worth the risk here, so I'm going to lock bag, I'll lock Penguin, and we'll keep the Trident locked as well. We do have 4 doubled materials from last wave as well, so we started this wave with 34 materials. Let's see if we would have made the 41. So if we finish this wave with what's that, 70, 75 or more, then we could have bought the bag safely. All right, so we could have. So I for once in my life did not get greedy enough. Here, I'm going to just take the luck. That's the only economy stat that we can reasonably buy on this character. We get a Trident, buy the bag, and then we have 2 materials left over to reroll, looking for another Trident, which we missed on, but that's okay. So important to get the second weapon there. Definitely need some attack speed as well. I should probably just buy, even over luck, I should buy attack speed if we see it. Because this is such a slow attacking weapon, and we really need more clear speed. Manually target there, and then back in here. I was hoping to kill both ranged enemies, but I did mess up my targeting pretty badly there. Here I'm just going to take the regeneration. We need that. Dodge, I'm not going to bother with. Unfortunately, none of these stats really help us, so then we'll grab some max HP. Still don't have a third weapon, which is this is the real challenge when you are playing the Sailors, that you can run into this scenario. I will take the Weird Ghost. We have 5 regen already, and we can lock a Trident and lock a bag, and then all we need to do is get to 70 materials, and we can buy the next Trident. Almost died there by walking into that slash, by the way. I always forget when I buy Weird Ghost on wave 4 of the Abyss that you can get the slashers to spawn right away, and those can potentially kill you. Okay, we did get a Cursed Lamprey as well, which could be pretty dangerous, because it takes a lot of hits to kill this thing. So I'm manually targeting it down, then we're killing that tree. Then I'm going to run over here. We're going to kill this... Curse Alien if I can as well. Left a lot of materials on the ground, but that's okay. We got to our 70 mark, and that's all that really matters for the sailor. And I was much more worried about killing like the tree and the curse alien and stuff like that than I was about picking up the materials. Here, I could take percent damage to offset our percent damage loss. I could take move speed. I think I'm just going to take the move speed, and then we will buy the Trident. It does mean, unfortunately, that I miss out on bag, but that's okay. We can wait another wave for a bag. We got our third weapon, which is what mattered more than anything else. This character is, because you can only use level 2 weapons, basically you start pretty slow, but of course the character's very strong overall. Just starting with Curse makes you so powerful, because we're going to get cursed items if we ever roll into ones we're allowed to purchase. And that will spike our economy really heavily forward. And the more cursed enemies we get, the more enemies that we do extra damage to. So we really want to increase our curse. I'm going to take 9 max HP here just to make sure that we don't die in one shot to enemies. Continuing to prioritize getting my weapons online. Then I'm going to roll here. Corrupted Shard will grab. Duct Tape I will lock. It's possible I should have locked both of these and rolled, because wave 5 is the last wave we're guaranteed to see weapons in the shop. And I would have liked to roll for another Trident, so maybe that was a mistake. The, number 1 item that we want for this character, other than just more Tridents, is, a coffee. Just any source of bonus attack speed would be so massive for us. I am pretty happy, because we got the double bag, I'm pretty happy that I invested into the early luck, because that's going to make the bags better as well. And of course, investing into early luck is always good, but it's especially good in this case, I think. Here, again, I can't use harvesting, so I could take regen, I could take armor. I'm going to reroll once and see if we can get attack speed, but I'll take 10 luck, and here I will take 9% movement speed. Now we don't need to buy any more movement speed for a while. Even 3% attack speed off the saltwater is going to be pretty good, and Trident does have 100% melee damage scaling. We don't really need the baby gecko. Cursed Scar, that's going to be incredible. Let me roll again and see if we can find a... I was really hoping to find another Trident. Do I want to roll one more time and see if we can get that? Do I want the Weird Ghost? With 5 HP regen and no other source of healing, I guess we have 15 luck, so we can potentially get some extra consumable healing. I think the Weird Ghost is too risky. I'm going to roll one more time here and look for a Trident. Unfortunately, I missed. So I think I did play the early game here, not terribly, but there's definitely some optimizations that I could have done that would have let us get more weapons earlier on, and that would have been nice. In particular, I think last wave I should have locked and re-rolled rather than buying the item that we bought, because we would have been fairly likely to find a Trident there. And that would have been a huge boost to our clear speed if we could actually get more weapons. Once we get our 6th weapon online, I feel like this run will just get so much smoother. So just prioritizing that would have been, more heavily would have been better. Killed 2 trees and a bunch of enemies and no crate so far, so our bags are not serving us well, I have to say. Here, I really want luck. I really want attack speed. This is a really interesting choice, actually. 15 luck is really good, obviously, for all the reasons luck is normally good, and because we have double bag. 10 attack speed is really good because our weapon just attacks so slowly. I think I'm going to get greedy and grab the luck here, but the next time we have that decision, we're going to get attack speed instead. I'll take the Scar, I'll take Crystal, and Small Fish works very well with the Trident bonus as well. Then we're going to reroll here. We could buy some crit chance. Scarf, I guess I will buy. That's pretty good for our regeneration. Gummy Berserker is attack speed at the cost of armor. Can I afford that? I think not. I think I'm going to pass on the Tentacle as well. No, I should buy Tentacle, but again, starting to get concerned about not having my full weapon set online. Those will show up pretty soon, though, so it's not the end of the world. The one problem that we are going to have, though, is that we are a little behind where we want to be in terms of damage against non-cursed enemies. The Sailor gets plenty of damage against cursed enemies, but elites can never be cursed. So trying to kill elites with our damage penalty is always a challenge for the Sailor, because elites can never get cursed. And some of these, like, more dangerous non-cursed enemies, like that Goblin Shark or this Anglerfish, can take a long time to kill as well if you haven't boosted your damage. Also, of course, the loot aliens. That is a crate for us, in fact, 2 crates, so the bags are finally paying off. Feeling like that the bonus luck that we got is coming into play a little bit more here. Cursed Gentle Alien, obviously incredible, boosts our damage, gives us everything that we want, and it shows up in a box. I'll take the piggy bank as well. I'm going to take 15 attack speed here, like I said, that's what we want, and there we go, got a Trident. Now feeling much, much happier with where we are in this run, especially because we just got to lock another Trident. All right, things are suddenly going much better. All coming up Millhouse. We're gonna take a long time to kill this spawner because it didn't get cursed. Definitely need some more armor. This wave is a pretty good one, actually, to have the Scarf bonus movement speed enemies on. Because this wave is actually not that dangerous unless you let a bunch of the slashers spawn. And so, as long as we avoid letting, like, every egg hatch, we should be in pretty good shape to survive the bonus move speed enemies without too much trouble. More attack speed is a very high priority at this point, of course, as well. Any bonus to our economy would be massive. We made 430 materials this run, minus whatever we had going into the wave, which I forget how much it was, but it's not great for wave 9, but not terrible. Take the regen here, and then 10 more luck, and then 4 more regeneration. Feeling pretty good about having 16 regen here. Take the Tentacle as well, and I will roll. Fishhook, of course, awesome. Gives us curse, lets us curse more items, so we're very happy to see that. Black Belt, we currently have 33% XP gain from the Scar, but this is not too late for a Black Belt, I think, so I'm going to buy that, roll, and lock a Trident, because that can potentially get cursed, and that would be really nice. Coral I would buy if it got cursed. Hedgehog I would buy if it got cursed, so I'm going to lock both of those as well. When you have Fishhook, you often just want to lock random items, even if they're not ones you're super excited about, because cursed items are just inherently good. Especially for the Sailor, because, of course, we want more enemies to be cursed so that we do extra damage to them. We do have a couple extra waves before we have to fight an elite, because our first boss wave is a horde wave, so that's pretty nice as well. One disadvantage that the Trident has over the Anchor for this character is that Anchor just scales damage off of Curse, pretty much. You don't need any other stats. Trident does kind of want us to buy melee damage, so we do need to invest a little bit in actual base damage for the Trident in order to have the highest possible damage output. So we don't get the free bonuses that you get from playing the Anchor, which is the normal weapon that I suggest for this character, because the damage scaling on Anchor is 65% of your curse instead of 15%. So if we were playing Anchor, we could have taken the regen here, but with Trident, I think we just take the melee damage. We take attack speed over armor, both would be great, but attack speed is the most important thing for us. The coral, neither of these got cursed, so we're not going to buy either of them. We will upgrade our Trident, and you can see here, it now has 30% curse scaling, which definitely helps our damage. Also does extra damage against full health enemies. Take the armor here. Corrupted Shard, of course, is great, and Leather Vest, also excellent. We've actually ended up building a little bit of dodge, which is funny. You usually don't end up with that on this character. Ice Cube, even cursed, I wouldn't take. We don't have any way to deal elemental damage right now. But cursed tentacle, that would be nice. Wheat, we can't really use because the harvesting isn't good. So even cursed, I think we would pass on that. I'm going to roll once here. Really unlucky not to find anything that we can lock there for a fish hook, but what can you do? Taking a few hits here and there, but we're still clearing out the enemies fairly well. At this point, the stat that will help our economy the most is luck, because the more crates we get, the more our double bag will pay off. The stat that will help our survivability the most is armor, because we actually have decent regeneration. Not incredible, but okay regeneration, so just reducing the amount of incoming damage will help multiply our regeneration significantly. And the stat that will help our offense the most is still attack speed, so we're going to focus on those three stats primarily. Gonna have to leave a bunch of materials on the ground here because I took a few extra hits there near the end of the wave. Definitely not taking celery tea here. I'm going to take the max HP so that we are less likely to just get killed. Take the tentacle and recycling machine. I'm going to pass on the goldfish. I have found that the goldfish often just you spend 60 materials and get nothing worth buying. I usually think that you should pass on goldfish. Lure is good, tentacle is good. Energy bracelet for more curse is good. The crit chance is fine. We don't use any of the other stats, but 126 for 4 curse is a totally reasonable deal. Cursed coffee, great, and in fact I'm going to lock all of these and hope that any of them get cursed. Cursed coffee is like the best thing we could have found, basically. I guess like cursed Reformation's hoodie or community support, something like that, but in terms of realistic offerings, the cursed coffee is one of the absolute best items we could have found. There you go, kill this loot alien. One thing that's nice is that we've gotten our damage to the point where we can kill like a loot alien fairly quickly, even though it's not cursed. Which means that we're keeping up reasonably well in terms of where our damage needs to be at this point. And once we get the coffee in the next shop, our clear speed is going to go up enormously. Try to kill the curse alien here, and then I did take a hit. I want to clear that group of enemies, and then I want to kill the curse alien so that we can kill the blobfish so we can kill the curse alien, get more materials that way. Bone dice is probably worth grabbing. Our percent damage is still quite low, so we will take this. Take the spicy sauce, recycle the white flag. 12 max HP, that's a level 4 upgrade, but attack speed is so good that maybe I should just take it anyways. I think I'll take the level 4 upgrade, but honestly, it's close. Here, I'll just take the percent damage. Alright, we got 2 more cursed items. I'm going to pass on Cyberball because it didn't get cursed, but I'll buy both of these and the small fish, and then roll. Lost Duck we will take. Insanity I'm taking because I have all these tentacles, so the Insanity will actually be a healing item for us. Then we're rolling again. Scarf we can grab as well. Enemy move speed this next wave isn't going to be that big a problem, and 4 regen is really nice. Blood Leech I would grab if it got cursed, so I'm going to lock it here, and then lock the Barnacle, and just buy the injection. I'll just buy the injection. I could lock it for a chance at a cursed injection, but just buying it and seeing another item feels better, especially because that gets my damage up to 0 here. Barnacle would have been even better earlier, but of course we are still thrilled to see that item. killing all the buffing aliens, and then really liking how much money we're getting from all the cursed aliens as well, which is obviously this is how the sailor has to get economy, is through killing cursed enemies, which drop more money since he can't use harvesting. Most characters on the Abyss are going to end up just building harvesting because they don't start with 25 curse. Starting to fall a little behind in terms of income, though, because we don't have harvesting. So Wave 13, we're making 430, which is still pretty good, but most characters at this point would be getting natural income growth from their harvesting. They'd be making like 400 materials, but with 120 harvesting or so, and so would continue to be improving their income as they kept playing, whereas we don't get that natural harvesting growth and have to make sure our income is improving by buying curse and other items that increase our income. I'm going to take the Clockwork Wasp, just get a little more movement speed. Not that big a deal for us with the construct attack speed, obviously, but the movement speed is nice. 5 crit chance, I think we can do better than that. I'm going to roll and we'll take 10 attack speed. Just going to drink some water. All of these items are great, so let's buy the Barnacle and the Baby Squid, because those give us value over time. Lock these two, and then roll, and then lock these two, and hopefully we get a Cursed Trident. What's our pity bonus on our fishhook? It's got to be fairly high at this point. Okay, 10% pity bonus. So the likelihood of getting at least one of these items locked is reasonably high. Cursed Barnacle would have, of course, been amazing, but we would never be so lucky. So I think I'm on 12, I want to say 12 win streak with the random series so far, so if we win this one, it'll make 13. I know that recently Jorbs did a 62 win streak, one with each character, which sounds like a lot of fun, but he was using the best weapon for each character and buying new weapons during the shop, not doing like random weapons. It would be kind of funny if we backdoored into a 62 win streak with random weapons, though I'm definitely not expecting that. Alien Worm. We have 2 consumable heal. I'll take the alien worm and we'll grab another fishhook. Oh, no, we missed on... So you can tell that we missed on every item here because the pity bonus has increased. So we got no cursed items. That's unbelievable. I'm going to take the damage here, I think. Come on, game. I'll take the jerky. I will, I think, still just level up the tridents here, though, because I do want to try to kill the elite. Oh, wow, I did not do the math. Okay, so we're probably not trying to kill the elite because I was not paying attention and thought that I had enough money to buy both of these. So let's unlock the Blood Leech. I'm going to roll here. I was sort of hoping I would roll into another Trident to be able to buy another Trident. And recover from my pretty bad error there, but we will just buy these items and then roll. And I'm going to roll one more time and lock a small fish, because I still want the fish hooks to do stuff. Okay, so with only 5 weapons, I don't think we're killing the elite. I might give it a try anyways, but obviously I should have paid attention to... Oh, maybe we can kill it with only 5 weapons. But obviously I should have paid attention to how much money I had and not just misbought items there. The amount of damage we do to the elite is a little deceptive because we're using tridents, which do more damage when it has high health, and we have all the small fish as well. So the amount of damage we do to it decreases over time. But I think we can still get it here. Can't believe I did that. I haven't made an error like that elementary in a long time in this game. Obviously, I make mistakes all the time, but usually not addition errors. Or just not looking at the price of items errors. At least not more than a couple times a video. But we were able to kill it. Got the Kraken's Eye, which is an incredible item for us, so we're very happy there. Let's re-roll this, because we can definitely do better. We'll take the 8 melee damage, just so our weapon damage increases. And you know what? It was all calculated. We did everything on purpose here to get the Cursed Trident. And turns out that I'm just a genius, even when I'm making mistakes. I just can't stop doing brilliant things. Jelly, we don't really need an additional HP for 52, so I'm going to pass on that. And with 3 items locked, it's not worth re-rolling for 23 there. Gonna kill that tower. We could probably fight a couple of the mini-bosses, but I think it's too big a risk for not much benefit here. If they spawn uncursed, it'll take us a long time to kill them. If they spawn cursed, we'll kill them pretty quickly. But enemies only have like a 50%-ish chance to spawn cursed at this point. So I don't want to rely on every enemy that we need to be cursed to be cursed. Just buffed every one of those Drulies. Get that Curse Alien kill. This is wave 16, so lots of Curse Aliens spawn this wave. So you want to make your way around the edge of the map and get as much additional curse as you can. And you can see here that, again, we're making okay money, but most characters would be doing better at this point because they'd have quite a lot more harvesting. I'm going to take 16% damage so we can kill things a little bit quicker. Unfortunately, no curses. No, we got the spicy sauce curse, the item we least cared about. But I will upgrade the Trident to a level 4 cursed Trident. I will buy the sad tomato, and I'll lock the tentacle, roll here, and lock another Trident. Maybe we get another cursed one. At this point, our damage to enemies is so high that we one-shot pretty much everything, excuse me. Which, of course, helps us out a lot. What we need now is just armor and regeneration. We've got good max HP, our damage output is great, so just getting a little bit of armor so that we don't just walk into 3 or 4 attacks from the bosses and die would be the most helpful thing that we can do. Sailor is just a very strong character overall, and also it's helped by the fact that there's no bad weapons we could have rolled there. Every weapon that the Sailor can start with is great for the Sailor to start with, so anything that we rolled into would have been excellent. I'm gonna, I guess, roll here, lock an item, and roll again, lock another cursed item. Alright, well, we don't need the fishhooks to do anything, because everything's just getting cursed anyways, but do I want a cursed terrified onion? I don't think we really need it. And I don't know that we'll have the money to buy out this whole shop, so I'm not going to lock this item. So I'm going to wait a little bit to recover HP because we have the sad tomato. So we start at half, but we should be able to very quickly kill the elite there. It just stood still for a really long time. I haven't noticed that pattern on this elite before. I don't know if that's normal or if something weird happened where it just stood still for a really long time in the center there. I don't think it stands still when it's switching between phases usually, but it must have been something with how the animations of its attacks lined up with it switching phases, and it just remained motionless for a really long time. As you can see here, when we are hitting cursed enemies, we hit them for 1,000 damage. At minimum, that was a 3,500 damage critical hit, because of how powerful this character is. Got the loot alien kill right at the end there as well. Jetpack, honestly, I don't think we need this. The dodge isn't that valuable, going to 20% dodge, and we can't go over 20% dodge. And losing 5 HP in an armor is fairly painful, so I think we're going to recycle it. I'll take the alien eyes. I'm going to roll here, and we'll take the attack speed. Then I'm going to buy all of these cursed items and roll. Warrior helmet, for sure we want. Rolling again. Just buy a lure here and roll again. Is coupon likely to pay for itself in only wave 19 and 20? Probably not, right? Because we'll get... So this costs 60. We'll get roughly 1,000 materials over the next 2 waves, which means that we'll get 50 back from it. So coupon is not worth picking up because we just won't have the money to actually make that 60 materials back from it. We only have one more shop. Yeah, we probably won't even get 1,000 materials, so... Definitely not correct to buy the coupon there. Maybe I could have locked it and tried to curse it, and we get a little bit of extra money on the last shop of the game, but I don't think that that's worth it either. I'd rather just roll into items that can help us kill the bosses faster. Happy to tank hits here just to kill things a little quicker. You can see how much regen we're getting from the jerky as well. Yeah, so the coupon would have given us at maximum with 686, it would have given us at maximum like 30 materials. So not good to buy the coupon there. Cursed Mirror we're definitely going to pick up, and then I'll just take 10% damage. That's fine. We can use the Cursed Mirror. So Cursed Mirror has a trick because it will duplicate the next item you get from the shop if it can be duplicated, but the discount applies to everything. So we get to buy this Trident at a discount, and then break the Cursed Mirror later by buying one of these other items. I will use the Cursed Mirror, though, on this Warrior Helmet. I think I want it the 6 armor or 3 more armor more than I want 10 more HP and 5 more melee damage. So we're just going to buy the double Warrior Helmet here. Then we'll take the muscly dude. I'll get the Lost Duck. The luck, I think, will help more than most other things we could find. Roll again here. Unfortunate that we couldn't get the Cursed Broken Mouth. Obviously, that would have been nice. Another fish hook would have been good, too, if we were going further. Warrior Helmet as well. Lantern, all would have been pretty nice. Yeah, any of these items would have been good. Didn't quite have enough money to buy them, but we're pretty happy with where we're at. So we've got 16 armor because I bought the double Warrior Helmet, so I'm feeling a lot happier there. Only 40 regen, which isn't amazing, but should be enough to see us through because our damage is very, very high. We have 3 cursed weapons, all of which do tons and tons of damage and have pretty decent crit chance as well. Let's see if we can kill the bosses quickly. So, of course, the bosses don't get the bonus damage for being cursed, because they're not cursed. So, if these were cursed enemies, we'd be killing them 3 times as fast, but we're still killing them pretty quick. And we're gonna just run around that boss and kill it really neatly. Alright, that is the Sailor with random weapons. Of course, the Sailor with random weapons is always going to be a pretty straightforward run, I think, because all of its weapons are really, really good. Trident is probably... I think the Blunderbuss is the hardest with the Sailor, but not by a lot, because all of these weapons are incredibly powerful. All you really have to do is just get your weapons online, and once you have 4 weapons or so, then the rest of the run should just be smooth sailing. We've got 600 from bags, which is not as much as you would expect, given that we got those really early, but still very, very good. 220 healing from our tentacles, which is pretty nice. The piggy bank only gave me 60 materials because we didn't really build around that. I guess I got it early in a box. I could maybe have built around the piggy bank a little more on the waves where we were strong, but this character really does want to get stronger every wave. The fish hooks, we managed to get a really unlucky roll once, but they still gave me quite a lot of cursed items, and fish hook just remains good. Bone dice was actually very good for us. 12 damage for only 1 stat lost. That's significantly over average for bone dice. So maybe all of my complaining about bone dice is finally paying off. 139 from the recycling machine isn't bad, I think. I've come down quite a bit on recycling machine. I used to think this was an absolutely top tier item. I think that it's now fine especially if you have a lot of elites and are likely to recycle level 4 items, and it's decent insurance if you roll into level 4 items that are bad, but it tends not to outscale it, give you way more than you spent on it. And it takes a while for it to pay off. So I think recycling machine's an item that I actually value quite a bit less than I used to. Obviously, the cursed coffee was a pretty big gift. This is when I saw this item, I was like, oh, okay, the run is clean now. It's in the bag. That's all we really needed was a good attack speed boost, and we were fine. Jerky, of course, overperforming as always, kept us alive. And Alien Eyes dealt 15k damage, which isn't bad either. Alright, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this run, and we're keeping the win streak alive, which is kind of nice. As always, of course, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.